11 years ago, Open Capital started with a twin goal: to advance African economies and create generations of African business leaders. We believed that we could create long-lasting positive impact by advising high-growth African businesses to scale and raise capital, and supporting global businesses and investors to access Africa. That mission has led us to grow from our first engagement in Kenya in 2010 to over 1,000 engagements across 25 plus African countries by 2021. This is our story. Our founders, Andreas Zeller and Annie Roberts, saw investors with billions of dollars interested in African markets, but unable to deploy their funds. They also saw hundreds of deserving African entrepreneurs who needed capital to solve urgent market gaps. Open Capital was meant to bridge this gap. We wanted to form an advisory firm with global level quality based in Africa. We wanted to help businesses in a much deeper way, advising them on their growth, operations, and capital raising, and staying with them to help achieve it. And that's exactly what we did. Our first clients were tackling some of the most important problems in Africa, providing access to clean energy and healthcare for poor households, linking agricultural value chains to improve farmer income, and much more. Thankfully, the results we achieved spoke for themselves, and we quickly had client demand across multiple countries. We knew we needed exceptional people and believed in hiring young and investing heavily in training and coaching. We set up the Open Capital Analyst Program in 2011 and developed a full set of training materials, which we've since improved and deepened each year. Our first class of analysts were exceptional and have since gone on to be exceptional in positions of leadership across Africa and the world. We're proud of that. Over the nearly 150 plus analysts we've hired and trained to date, a majority are already in management positions, in most cases years earlier than their peers. And our analyst program has since scaled to receive several thousands of applications per year across East, Southern, and West Africa. Over the years, we've worked closely with investors, helping them mobilize more capital into Africa and design new blended financial products to support business across the continent. By the end of 2012, we had raised $17 million for our clients. By 2014, that figure rose to $200 million. And by 2021, we crossed $1 billion in capital raised for our high-impact African clients. And we became deeply involved with development partners in designing and executing new investment facilitation models, using public resources to mobilize far greater amounts of private capital. As we continued to scale, we saw a consistent challenge faced by our hundreds of small business clients. These small businesses couldn't find the talent they needed to grow. We began piloting full-time secondments where our highly skilled analysts are embedded at client sites for 3 to 6 months to provide day-to-day support. This was a huge success. Our analysts gave CEOs and CFOs of small African companies new information on which to make decisions, helped to train client teams, and built systems and processes to enable scale. We created a service model around this role called Arcadia, and have since scaled it to over 180 placements for businesses across over 15 countries in Africa. Throughout our journey, we knew we needed to be as local as possible. We saw a clear need in other African countries and set up our Uganda and Zambia office in 2016, followed by our Nigeria office in 2020, and soon our Francophone regional presence in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. These offices were able to more deeply cover their local countries and regions and invest long-term in local relationships and trends. All this has brought us to where we are today. We're a team of over 150 full-time staff from 20 nationalities. We're over 85% African and have gender parity across all levels. We've supported over 1,000 clients across 25 countries in Africa, and we've raised over $1 billion for our clients. Our small business clients have seen an average of 35% revenue growth following our engagements and have gone on to transform industries that have now reached millions. We know how much is left to come, and we're excited about it. We appreciate our team and all our clients who've done the hardest work of all, innovating and growing their businesses to solve major challenges on the continent.